What's up? Welcome to my new and good and cool account where I'm playing one chunk at a time, but this time I'm playing Extreme. Unlike most other chunk accounts, I'm starting here with my inventory from the tutorial island. I'm sure you've seen an account like this before, but just in case you haven't, as a one chunk account, you start off in one small portion of the world, and after you complete all your tasks, you move on to a new one. As an Extreme, we've got a lot of things to do here, and I'll go through them as we do them, but as you can see, we've got things to do such as buying the woodcutting cape with a quick and casual 99 woodcutting. This sort of thing's already been done many times before, so I've already gone ahead and got my woodcutting cape, I promise. Have a look at this screenshot. Alright, I need to kill some men now to get my attack up to level 20 to wield a mithril battle axe. These guys are also useful to drop a chaos rune, which I'm gonna need for magic. And it's only level 35 magic we need to use this chaos rune, and I've already gone ahead and done that. Look at the screenshot. There we go, there's level 20 attack now, and I'll go ahead and buy that mithril battle axe, and that's just nice and simple really. I got a few chaos rune drops from the men, so that was pretty lucky really. Those are a pretty rare drop. Anyway, I'll go ahead and cast this fire bolt, and I'll go ahead and do it on this imp actually. That sounds like fun. And there we go, that's the spell cast, so that's the magic portion of the chunk done. So I was planning on doing the fire making part of the chunk now to burn a yew log, and I figured, you know, when I did the wood cutting I might as well just keep that separate and do the fire making on its own, but something's gone horribly wrong. My tinderbox is just gone, and there's literally no indication to where it could be. So I just won't be able to burn this yew tree. And there's literally nowhere else in the chunk where I could buy a tinderbox. And same goes for the knife for fletching. There's literally nowhere in the chunk I could get one. So since I can't do either of those skills, which is a real shame really, I'm just going to go ahead and buy a pair of shears so I can do the crafting part of the chunk. And it's quite simple really. I just shear a sheep and spin the wool up on this wheel. Okay, so there's this onion upstairs in the general store, and you know, it feels like I've spent a lot of time in this general store. Anyway, I'm going to need to use this onion to cook some fried onions with level 42 cooking. Some people that start their chunk journey here in Lumbridge seem to think that the cooking portion of the chunk's pretty hard, but it's actually quite simple. There's these cows here in the pen, and like all you got to do is just walk over there, like you don't even leave the chunk, and you can just kill the cows and get their beef and cook it like no problem. So I'm going to go ahead and do this now until I get to level 42 cooking to fry the onions. Okay, I went ahead and got myself to 42 cooking. Look at the screenshot, and now I'm gonna go ahead and put the onion in the bowl, and I'll cook this thing up. And there you go, easy peasy. That is the chunk task completed. Something I didn't tell you, when I was killing those cows, I went ahead and got level 99 defense. Look at the screenshot. So I've got the cape now. That's pretty simple really. And there's actually only one skilling task left in the chunk now, and that's to pickpocket a man, but like that's like so simple, so I think we can all agree that I can skip that one because it'll literally take me like 3 seconds. So there's not much left to do in the chunk now. We've got some quests and some diaries to do, but you gotta admit those are pretty boring, so let's just tick those off and say we've done those. And all these ones up here in the best in slot, I've done these. Just trust me. Look at the screenshot. Okay, so that's the chunk completed. I kind of think that deserves a subscribe for the hard effort I put in there. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pick a new chunk now. Let's just see what we get. And we're going up north. Okay, let's go see what we got to do up there. Okay, so here I go, entering the new chunk. That's pretty good and cool really that we got that one already. I actually better go across the river. Let's cross the bridge. So something I can do here in this chunk is pickpocket this farmer, but it's like the exact same thing as with the men. It'll literally take me like 3 seconds, so I don't think we really need to bother about that. And there's also this farming patch up here, which like it's literally the same thing. Like I could just go buy a rake and rake it real quick and like that would be done. So yeah, let's just say we've done those. And that pretty much wraps up the chunk, so let's tick these two off, and in the last chunk we just did a bit of cooking, so we won't worry about that. And same as last time with the quests and the diaries, we'll just tick those ones off, so we've done those. And I've literally never heard of gardening boots, so we won't worry about that. And I'll go ahead and roll a new chunk now, so let's see where we end up. Okay, looks like we're heading over there. Okay, here we go, entering a new chunk once again. This is pretty good and cool. Let's, head into the desert and see what's on offer. Okay, so I've discovered that the highlight of this chunk is this gem trader. We've got this emerald here to buy and cut, and I've already gone ahead and got my crafting level up to level 27. Look at the screenshot. So yeah, here's the cut, and the chunk task completed. And this dude up here's got like a quest to start, but like, you know what we think about quests around here. And that's got something to do with thieving as well, and as we know, thieving takes like 3 seconds, so we don't need to worry about that. So yeah, I think that's the chunk completed. Well, we're flying through these chunks pretty fast here. We can go ahead and tick all of these tasks off. We can say we've done those, and I'll pick a new chunk now, and we're going over here. Oh, but there's not much to do here. There's only the quest sheep shear, and well, we can basically say we've done that, so I don't even need it. Go to the chunk, let's just tick that off and roll a new one, and we're going even further north now. Okay, so there's good news here and there's bad news. We can't actually get across the river to the other side of the chunk to do any of the tasks. It wants us to do some mining over here and mine some fallen star and do a bit of smithing, but since we can't go over there, it's we get to roll a new chunk, so let's go do it. Alright, simple enough. I won't tick any of these off because I haven't actually done them, so I'll go ahead and pick a new chunk. And I don't actually want that chunk, so I'll go ahead and let's get rid of that one, and we'll make it so it's not rollable because I don't want that one. It'll give me all of those grinds in that one. So let's roll again. And I don't want that chunk either, so we'll get rid of that one too. I don't really feel like going to that one either. And okay, there's Draenor. Looks like we're going to Draenor chunk. I've just gone ahead and removed that chunk, so it's real simple really. We can just go to Draenor and see exactly what we need to do. Here I am in a new chunk. That's pretty exciting. So first thing I'm going to do now is just jump into the sewers. And it's pretty exciting, really. We've got an anvil up here, and it wants us to get to level 33 smithing. Have a look at it. It's a very cool little anvil. So I went ahead and got some copper ore and some tin ore off of the zombies down there, and got some iron off of the skeletons, did a little bit of smelting, and next thing you know, I'm up to level 33 smithing, and I can make myself a nice iron plate body here. So there you go. That's the smithing part of the chunk done. Okay, so that's pretty good news. We got the smithing part of the chunk done, and all these best in slots here, I've done these, you can trust me. Look at the screenshot. And the quests and the diaries, you know what we think about those, so we'll just tick those ones off. But we've got this magic part up here, which I actually really don't want to do, so I've come up with a pretty elegant solution to how to get around that one. And it really is probably the most simple solution you'll ever see. So if I go down here and click this button, I actually log out of the account, and I don't have to log back into it. So I think we can call that good. Account completed. Series over. Bye.